Hey y'all, I'm Tiffany. This is Our Small Town Life. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video we're going to be doing an unboxing and a setup of my new gravity fed water filtration system. Well, it's actually going to be an unboxing and a review because I'm going to use this for a few weeks. Our family's going to use it for a few weeks, and then at the end of this video you'll get to see our thoughts on it after using it for a little while. So you'll get to see all that in one video today. We're going to start out with unboxing it and setting it up though. As a content creator, there are some questions that you get regularly. For our family, it's usually about mobile home living, chickens, gardening, and water filters. I started to say surprisingly, just because it's like, what, water filters? But you see them sitting in the background on the counter. You see me getting water out of them. And so many people are like, what is that on your counter? Why do you use it? And do you like it? So I actually get a pretty good bit of questions about water filters. Our family's been using water filters for about 15 years now. We've used a couple of different styles, a couple of different brands. We've discovered that our favorite by far are the black carbon filters and the gravity fed water filtration systems, because you don't have to rely on electricity. They do a really good job at filtering out the things you don't want in your water. When I really started researching the differences in water filters, what they do, how they work, what they're taking out of your water, the black carbon filters and the gravity fed water filtration systems just way surpassed anything else we've ever used. This is what we're gonna be opening today. It's the Borough Water Filtration System. And I actually reached out to this company to see if they would send this to me so that we could try it out and I could share about it with you all. Because like I said, you got a lot of questions about water filters. If you have a Berkey, which is another very popular gravity-fed water filtration system, then you probably know that it's been hard to find replacement filters. And you can do your research and find out why, and develop your own opinions on that. Long story short, because they claim to filter out microorganisms, our government has said, well, then it needs to be labeled as a pesticide and we need to be able to regulate it, is the gist of it from what I understand. Even if they do filter out microorganisms like they claim, making that claim, the EPA says it needs to be labeled as a pesticide. You can do your own research on that, but that's going on. And in the meantime, it's really hard to get Berkey water filters here in the US. So if you're looking for replacement filters for your Berkey, you can use these Borough filters in your Berkey. And if you're looking for a water filtration system, I thought you might want to see this one. Let me bring you over here and we'll start taking it out of the box because I want to see this thing. This is the Legacy water filter, and you can get it in a couple of different, a few different colors. You can get it in matte white, matte black, or stainless steel. You can see what I chose. And this one is a 3-gallon water filter. Will hold 3 gallons at a time. It's in a nice canvas bag. It comes with this traditional spigot. You can also get a spigot that has the water level viewer on it. We're going to put this one on. I also have this stand that we can sit it up on so that you can get a glass under the spigot easier. Here are the filters. There's 2 in each of these. This particular system has a spot for 4 filters. I think you can get plugs if you wanted to just run 2 filters, but having 4, it will filter the water quicker. I washed all the parts with some, I still gotta wash the spigots, but these parts with some soapy water. And something I wanted to point out is if you get these that are especially the ones that have color to them. This white in particular. Be very careful because I barely bumped it up against the water faucet and it did scratch it. I'm going to have to be very careful about that in the future, but where it bumped it, it did scratch it. Yeah, it scratched it a little bit. I do like that this rubber seal around the bottom matches. I came out here to my laundry room sink because this is an easier faucet to prime these filters on. It comes with this tool here, which is super handy.
With the tool.
Yeah, we're going to put this on the end of the filter, and then this will go over the faucet, and it will help push water into it. It's a pretty easy. Yeah, put water in it. It's a pretty easy process. Let me get the cover off the outside of this. I'm taking this nut and washer off the end, setting it aside for right now. The small end is going to go down over this threaded part on the filter. Just kind of push it down, twist it a little bit. And then this top part I'm going to fit over my faucet. And just barely turn this water on. We're looking for a very slow stream, and it'll fill the filter up. And then you'll start seeing it bead out. If this blue part starts to balloon or water starts to squirt out the top of it, you've got your water pressure too high. You see the water starting to bead out of it? That's what we're looking for. We want that to go all the way up the filter. And then we're going to let it run for about a minute. All my filters are primed, so now I'm just going to put everything together. This is the top portion that has the holes inside of it. I'm going to take each filter, put the rubber washer on, put it through one of the holes, and then take the wing nut and secure it from the bottom. Now, leave it to me. Oh wait, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Here's the parts for the spigot. Your two rubber pieces are going to meet, one on the outside and one on the inside. And then you got your metal washer and your nut. Now all I got to do is set it up and put some water in the top.
Thank you.
The filters come with some red dye, so you can do a red dye test. I didn't show that today. If you want to see it, let me know. We can do it, but it's something you can do to make sure that you see that your filters are filtering properly. I'm going to let my water run through here. Y'all, a question I know I had when I first started looking at these filters was how often do they have to be replaced? How long do they last? I was so used to filters that were telling me to replace them every 60 days, every 90 days. These are different. They're going to last a long time. You can go on their website, and I'll try to link it down in the description box, a direct link to the page where it shows their third-party testing, where it shows what all they filtered out and how many gallons were tested and passed for those things. Depending on what kind of water you're filtering through this, obviously, if it's working overtime, if there's all kinds of things that it's filtering out, then you're going to have to replace them sooner. If you're filtering tap water, if chlorine's your main concern, these things are going to last a long time. If you start to notice that, so it filters slowly. I mean, I can hear it filtering, and it's filtering at a pretty good rate, but it's a slow process because it's doing a really good job at filtering that water. If you notice it's going extremely slow, or it's leaving water in the top part, you can take those black filters off, use a sponge and just water, and lightly clean the outside of them and put them back on. These things are going to last you a long, long, long time. Again, if you're looking to see exactly how many gallons passed their third-party testing for different things it was filtering out, you can see that on their website. Okay, I'll see y'all again in a few weeks. It'll be a few seconds for you, a few weeks for me. We're going to try this thing out, and I'll update you on what we think about it. Sure is pretty, isn't she? I think she needs a name. What should we call her? You can see the ball starting to float too as it fills up. You want a grape? Okay, I'll get you a grape. As the water level goes up, this ball will float to show you how much water is in this tank. That's really handy. Oh, my ice maker's dropping ice. I wanted to mention that first set of water that I put in here, I did go ahead and run that through and run that out and get rid of that and put new water in. Then that next round of water that I put in, we've been drinking from that ever since. When you have brand new filters, that's just what's suggested in the instructions, is that first batch of water that you put in to go ahead and run that through and then refill it, and you're good to go. So thought I'd mention that. I did do that per the instructions. It's a little while later. We've been using our Borough Water Filter, and I wanted to let you know what I thought about it. We're ready to head out the door and go to the park. It's a beautiful day today. Beautiful, sunny, warm weather. We're gonna go to the park and enjoy that. I got my water fixture ready to take with me. We've really enjoyed this water filter. This is Betty. Did I mention in the previous clip that I wanted to give her a name? Well, it's Betty. I had told Audrey, we need to name our water filter. We name random things around here. It's just something we do. Our sourdough starter is Leonardo. Yeah. Our vacuum is Susan. She's been Susan for years. I wanted to name the water filter, and Audrey said Betty. I was like, oh, that's perfect. Like Betty White. I said, well, I wasn't really thinking about that, but you have a point. She said that's just the first name that came to mind. So this is Betty. Isn't she lovely? We've really enjoyed this water filter, and I'm glad that I was able to share these Borough water filters with you. If you're looking for replacement black carbon filters or a whole filtration system in general, I can recommend this one. We have really been enjoying it. Having it sitting here next to our ice maker, I noticed that everybody is drinking more water, myself included. It's just convenient. It tastes good. Water can taste different, y'all. Different water can taste different, and this water tastes good. We've all been drinking more water, having this system and having it set up right here with our ice maker. It just makes it nice and easy. I'm drinking more water. I noticed the kids drinking more water, so I'll take that. The gravity fed systems that we've had, we tend to use more. I guess because it holds more water. I can sit it wherever I want to because it doesn't have to be plugged in. We use the water out of these systems more than any other water filter we've ever had before. I just have gotten in the routine of filling up the water filter and filling up the ice maker at night, and then the next morning we've got plenty of water and plenty of ice. If I was going to come up with one thing that maybe I'm not even going to say don't like about it, but one thing that bothered me a little bit was that it did scratch when I washed it that first time, but you can't really see it. It's not that big a deal. I learned my lesson. I'll be easy with it. Totally worth having to be a little more careful with it though, because not only is she functional and purposeful, she's beautiful and aesthetic. And I do recommend the spout that has the tool on it to see how high your water is. That's really convenient when you need to know how much is in this bottom chamber. Seeing this little ball floating and being able to tell how much water is in there, it's really helpful. So I do really recommend that. Glad I was able to share this Borough filter with you, the black carbon filters and the whole system in general. There'll be some links down in the description box for you so you can go check it out if it's something you're interested in. We all head out the door and go to the park and enjoy the sunshine. I love you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.